If you didn't know, I hate the publication Collider. I hate them. We all know who was born in Collider. John Campion. And all those people now with platforms are from Collider. Collider were the biggest haters of the Snyderverse, but it looks like Collider haven't come to the party. The gun is about to be fucking fired. There's no DCU Wonder Woman. There's no DCU Batman. But anyway, Collider journalist Rachel Labonte says Wonder Woman movie in the DCU needs this one detail for it to be a masterpiece. James Gunn couldn't make a fucking masterpiece if he raised Picasso from the fucking dead. Anyway, let's read this piece of shit. So there's going to be no DCU Wonder Woman film. At first there wasn't going to be one. He was going to do the Game of Thrones Wonder Woman series, prequel series, without Wonder Woman. Smart move, James. Paradise fucking Lost. Which doesn't seem to be happening. It's not happening. Nothing's going to happen after Man of Tomorrow. That's if Man of Tomorrow happens. Anyway, James Gunn and Peter Safran's DC Universe got the explosive hit it needed with 2025 Superman. Wrong! Because it wasn't a hit. It didn't break even. It was a flop internationally. Hun. Anyway. Starring David Corenswet, Nicholas Hoult and Rachel Brosnahan, bringing in over 600 million worldwide. And if you believe that, you'll believe anything. Still didn't make as much money as Man of Steel. Man of Steel actually sold more tickets and made more of a profit. Anyway, bringing in over 600 million worldwide at the box office. That's just the beginning, as the HBO series Lanterns recently released the trailer. You mean the HBO series Lanterns that everyone fucking hates, including Grant Morrison. Yeah? Anyway. Ahead of its August debut, a Clayface movie is in the works. You see, these people are so scared now. You see, this is what you need to understand. These publications are part of the broken studio system. A Clayface movie is in the works, and the highly anticipated Supergirl starring Millie Alcock. Highly fucking anticipated. Highly anticipated. There's not a lesser highly anticipated movie. I spoke about that just 5 minutes ago as I recorded today's DC fucking show. You see, they're glazing. They're glazing. They're panicked because they're all fucking connected. Anyway, let's carry on reading this woke piece of shit. Gunn is often careful not to reveal too much about what the growing franchise has in store. You know why, hun? Because he doesn't fucking know. He doesn't know. That's why, but you're trying to make him like this brilliant storyteller. You think he's fucking Peter Jackson or Scorsese, don't you? Anyway. So, has in store, but it has been confirmed that another Wonder Woman movie is on the way. Wrong, because it won't be by James Gunn. One that will surely reboot the iconic hero for the new DCU. In July 2025, Gunn stated casting for the titular character wouldn't begin until the script is complete. Yeah, now let's look at that date. July 2025, around when his Superman slot movie, his Beta Man, was released. Again, the same tricks as The Flash, when he announced the director of The Flash wouldn't be directing the Brave and the Bold movie, which was all bollocks anyway, but it was all done to uplift The Flash. Didn't work, just like having a bunch of shills watching it at CinemaCon didn't work. That's why he suddenly, miraculously, started talking about a Wonder Woman movie he hadn't mentioned before. The titular character wouldn't begin until the script is complete. And mere days later, news broke that Supergirl writer Annika Naguria will work on it. Oh yeah! I may have not informed you of this detail. I forgot all about this, yes. The woman who didn't really write, Supergirl, who basically was standing there while James Gunn stood over her telling her what to fucking write, is going to write a Wonder Woman movie that's never going to happen. If it did, Gunn will be standing over her telling her what to fucking write. Though Wonder Woman is quite a ways off from even starting pre-production, and there are several projects ahead of it. What projects? On the DCU timeline, it's never too early to start envisioning what this movie might ultimately look like. Slop. There are countless directions Gunn and Nagura could take, but one thing is absolutely clear. Wonder Woman must be directed by a waman. So, before we carry on, let's look at the Wonder Woman 2017 movie and Wonder Woman 1984. Now, on the name of Wonder Woman 2017 as director, it's credited to Patty Jenkins, but of course, women love taking credit from a man's work. Because Zack Snyder had to do all the choreography, shoot all the fucking action. That's right. If you really think that Patty Jenkins shot No Man's Land, the No Man's Land sequence, you're fucking spinning, mate. You're fucking smoking magic fucking mushroom, mate. But of course, Wonder Woman should be directed by a woman, because apparently women know women best. We're all individuals. I don't know men better than a woman may know a man, right? It's individualism, but that's, it's all about this propaganda and extremism. Anyway, yeah. So, oh, there's an ad here. Shut up. Go away. Sorry about that. There was an ad there. So fucking annoying. Anyway, right, let's carry on. So then there was Wonder Woman 1984, where she basically sacked all of Snyder's people, all his crew, all his VFX, everyone was off. The VFX in Wonder Woman 1984 was slop. The movie was written by Jeff Johns, a great comic book writer. I can't believe he was involved in this. We know Johns is a problematic geezer, but you can't rewrite history. And was written by Jenkins. It's an awful movie where Wonder Woman sleeps with a man without his fucking consent. They do the whole quantum leap thing, and Steve Trevor, played by Chris Pine, who I love, jumps into this guy's body, and Wonder Woman has sex with a man without asking for his consent. Good job. Oh yeah, Wonder Woman must be directed by a woman. Anyway, 2017's Wonder Woman was a cultural sensation, largely thanks to Patty Jenkins. Wait a minute. Oh my God. Modern day, access media. Where are we? Yeah, it was a cultural sensation, largely thanks to Patty Jenkins. Bollocks. Largely thanks to Zack Snyder, his crew, and his co-writer, Wonder Woman sensational comic book writer, Alan Heinberg, who Jenkins refused to work with for the sequel as well. To understand why the DCU's choice of director for Wonder Woman is so important, one must look back at the last time Diana Themyscira got a debut movie in an ongoing franchise. After Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice established Gal Gadot's iteration of the character, she led her own film that covered her World War I origin story, released in 2017, one of the greatest comic book movies ever made. Wonder Woman was the character's first ever solo movie, a momentous moment considering she originated in comics back in 1941. By the way, Wonder Woman was created by, is it William Moulton Marston? A fucking man! At the time of its release, the superhero genre was probably booming thanks to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU unprecedented financial and critical success. Well, we know that verified critics are fucking corrupt anyway, so that means nothing. And no lesser extent, the DC Extended Universe's DCU attempts to keep up. However, while superheroes as a whole were in the spotlight, female characters didn't have nearly the same level of attention as their male counterparts. Wonder Woman was the first solo female-led movie to arrive from either franchise, and more notably, the first to be directed by a woman. Officially directed by a woman, but she was nothing more than a second unit fucking director. Anyway, she wasn't the female director Zack wanted. So she was a big problem on the fucking set. Anyway, let's continue because she was incompetent. Zack had to keep on wiping her ass and wiping her nose all the time. Anyway, we continue. Patty Jenkins. It was a huge step forward for female representation both behind and in front of the camera, and that helped make Wonder Woman a cultural phenomenon. I bet you if we go behind the camera, there's more men, talented men, than women on that movie. Basically, men made that movie so good, not Patty Jenkins, but you, hun, keep on pushing that propaganda. Wonder Woman's box office speaks for itself. So you see, this woman who absolutely knows jack shit about what happened behind the scenes on Wonder Woman 2017 is trying to give all the credit to Patty Jenkins, credit she doesn't fucking deserve. Anyway, grossing over 820 million worldwide and earning the DCEU's best reviews to date. They love reviews, don't they? These platforms love reviews. They love reviews more than they do fucking movies. Anyway, Wonder Woman proved there was an appetite for blockbusters led by waman and made by women. Oh, this is so funny! Because if you know who made this movie great, it was nothing to do with fucking women. Gal performed brilliantly thanks to Zack Snyder. And guess what they did? They had a co-lead in Chris Pine, just coming off of Star Trek. Chris Pine is great in this movie. Without Chris Pine, this movie doesn't even fucking work. Gal was inexperienced. She needed someone as experienced as Pine. And Pine really helped her. Gal's a great Wonder Woman, yeah? But they're giving all the credit to one female director. It's hilarious. Jenkins was able to bring a different perspective to Dinah's character that helped differentiate her from other heroes audiences were accustomed to seeing. Speaking to the New York Times prior to the film's release, the director discussed how she pushed to make Diana more vulnerable, which prompted plenty of discussion with the studio. That's been a problem with some of the female characters they've tried to put forth. They're too hard or too strong, she explained. By the way, Patty Jenkins is goated for saying this. Look at Supergirl. I'm about to do a video about the Supergirl movie and its problems. We'll get there later on, but this is the problem. What Patty says here was goated, but you can't give Patty Jenkins all the credit for Wonder Woman 2017. A Variety story from 2017 revealed that it was a rare blockbuster that nearly achieved male-female parity in its audience demographics. By the way, something else this feminist author won't like is the fact that Wonder Woman, Diana, is standing with these other men that Steve Trevor has brought on to help fight this fight. And she's listening to their stories and their hard luck, and it's beautiful. She doesn't denigrate the men. She becomes one with them. It's beautiful. What does Patty Jenkins do in the sequel? She moves the sequel so far away in terms of the calendar. So they all died. Nobody's there, including Etta Candy, who was brilliantly played by Lucy. Amazing. So we couldn't have those amazing supporting characters. Jenkins is the worst. Anyway. So yeah, indicating more women were going to see it. No, more women didn't see Wonder Woman than men. Both women and men came to see this movie. That's more extreme left propaganda. Anyway, thanks to the television series from the 1970s, Dinah was already a symbol of strength. You mean the series that men were watching because basically every time Wonder Woman ran, every time Linda Carter ran, her breasts bounced up and down. You mean that series, yeah? Anyway. So Dinah was already a symbol of strength and courage for fans across the globe, but the movie introduced her to a new generation, one that was already hungering for better female-led stories. Though the DCEU ended on a downbeat, and the 2022 sequel, Wonder Woman 1984, was far less warmly received, Jenkins' film remains a high watermark for the franchise. Wonder Woman 1984 proves that Patty Jenkins had very little to do with Wonder Woman 2017. Already the DCU's Wonder Woman is saddled with high expectations, even beyond the passion for the brand. Gunn's Superman won over audiences. This woman's such a liar. She's either a liar or she's deluded. And reignited interest in a wider DC world. Absolute lies. Absolute delusion. That movie's portrayal of the Man of Steel, gave an idea of how this franchise is going to handle its characters. Yeah, basically by making its male heroes wimps and denigrated, yeah. And Wonder Woman fans are going to want to see the same care given to their favoured hero. Oh, you mean they want Wonder Woman to be as bad as Superman, yeah? Considering all that she means to people around the world, it's only fitting that her movie be directed by a female filmmaker. No, it's not important. You need someone who understands Wonder Woman, who loves this shit, who's talented, to direct this. You don't need a woman to direct women. Some of the best female-led movies were directed by men, but it doesn't matter. I am not bothered if it's directed by a woman, but I'm not insisting that it fucking does. I'll see you again soon.